Right, so we're dropping in. Let's see if... let me know if you can hear my voice, if you can hear the game nice and clear. And we're going to tuck back in with Abe. So, where we were up to before, we were dealing with these cheeky little temples. And let's take a look. Let's see what's what. So... yeah, I'm trying to think where we were. Is this the one, Sydney, you were talking about, by the way? Is this the one you said where you went to the background straight? Oh, no, it's not. I better move quicker. Yeah, I think I should have jumped in there, shouldn't I? So we're lucky now. We've got all the Mudokons out of this area, which is something, so I don't have to worry about those little green guys so far. But it's been a while since I played this. Like, I know you were saying you were saying in yours, like, it sounds like you know your way around quite well. Cool. I shall keep an eye out for it. But yeah, I don't know my way around this game as perhaps as much as I maybe once thought I did. Come on. But we'll see how we do. Was there any reason why you were sort of keen on the temples, or what was your... Well, that's just going to run down and come with me. Yeah, I like the temples. I like the challenge of them. Thanks for the follow, by the way, Growler. Am I right that you were the sort of person I was chatting to in Sydney's stream? Is that correct? That's a bit weird. Nice. Hello, Murky. How you doing, mate? All right. Cool. Well, thanks. Hello. It's nice to say hi. So I need to get up and over there. I got the. I did get the other two. The other two secret Mudokon locations. They took a little while, but we're slowly getting there. But I can't work out what. Oh, I can pull that other lever now, can't I? Is that just going to open? Right, we're figuring everything out. We're getting there. We dropped in just watching her play Abe. Yeah, she was doing the complete opposite of what I was doing the other day. Hello, Ian. Hello, James. Welcome to this afternoon of us playing on with Abe. We're getting him through the temples. I hope everyone's having a good afternoon and everything. Ian and James, you should definitely follow Sydney if you're into Sydney May in the chat. If you're into sort of, especially you, James, because you were talking about Bloody Raw the other day. She's been playing a lot of like sort of old school PlayStation 1 games. It's been a lot of fun. I've been sort of similar to you where I've had it on in the afternoon. That's nice. I can be your wireless radio, mate, out on your... Are you on a front porch with a dog with a bandana around it? Is that how you're spending your afternoon? Oh mate, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't if I was being disingenuous. So no, certainly because I've been enjoying your streams. I'm recommending. So here we go. I can't remember which one of these are the hard ones either. So we'll see how we do. But it was weird. We were stuck on these bottom two with these Mudokons for like a while yesterday, and then I had like 10 minutes to go on the stream, and I just cleared through the other two, which was yeah, they were right. There's got to be an old mate in there. Another one coming along, surely. My story with Exodus is I played a bit of it. I tried to get through it a little bit. I don't think I ever completed it as a kid. Yeah, I don't think I ever completed it as a kid. And it's one of the ones people can vote for below for a should you do it, should you not. So yeah, I've heard it's tougher. I've heard it's a lot tougher than the than this. Why are you speed running Exodus now, Murky? Is that where have you left Abe for now and you're running through that one? Is that your plan, or what are you up to? Oh, Mentionals dropped by as well. Hello, mate. How you doing? How's everything with yourself? Oh, and William Stone's dropped by as well. It's like I've died. It's like I've died. It's like the end of Titanic where everyone I know is turning up. How you doing, Will? All right? I'm currently trying to figure out what to do here. But we're getting on. And how's Unmentionables? I'm with you. Cool. Oh, get down there, Abe. Oh, mate, this game is... oh, it's something, innit? It is something. It's... I was sort of talking about it the other day, and I genuinely think it's like Star Wars level of, like... In terms of that, just imagination and world stuff. People do say stuff. I'm good that you just turned it into the best. Thank you. I mean, don't get me in a ring. We will discover how little a wrestler I actually am. But I mean, you know, you got to get your niches where you can, don't you? So I'll take it. Yeah. That's true. I think we're all probably victims of not saying sort of what we wanted to and stuff, but. You know what? It's so I need to just get in that one. Is that right? I need to do it properly, not as a jump down thing. So if I press triangle, maybe it'll jump down. Who knows? We'll find out. But yeah. Oh no! Just did exactly the same thing again. And I think that's slightly too high to jump to, isn't it? So I think we'll stand one away and just hope that Scrab will wander back the other way and give us some appeasement for what it's up to, but we'll see. So has everyone else played Exodus? Are you all sort of up with that kind of thing? You're right though, Sydney, this one is appropriately terrifying. I think it's partly as well because they could absolutely just rip you to pieces, couldn't they? Like we were talking about it sort of the last stream, that they are absolute horrors, but here we go. Come back, mate. Come on. So there is something else over there, so I'm curious to run and take a look. We can always try again, can't we? Right, that's just going to cruelly drop me down there, isn't it? Okay. Well, when they die or when you die? Oh. I always think the roar they make when they yeah, the roar they make is pretty pretty grim. Oh, cheers, thank you. Yeah, we've been doing all right. They're like they genuinely sound like they howl in pain when you chant as well. Yeah, a fair bit of this, Will, is me in the wrong place. A fair bit of it is me just... this area, you are sort of in the background a little bit more, so... It might be the same one. I'm not sure how Exodus looks, whether Exodus is a little bit closer or not, but... I do like it in terms of its, like... Just its animation and everything is just incredible. Yeah, I learnt a little bit about the Japanese version of the game earlier because I found the Japanese trailer to... Ah, of course you'd do that. Oh. Alright, so I just need to pull those levers and jump around and figure something out. Yeah, it is Oddysee. It's not your fault though. They have spelt it weird. Have spelled it weird, but ho ho. I think Exodus is spelt with an extra D as well. Is that right? Oh. hard as nails. Some of the platforming in this, but I'll give myself a couple more goes on this one, and if not, we might dive into the other one just to give you guys some more, slightly more interesting visual stuff to look at. So Murky, if you're still there, when you were saying waiting for people to beat you on Oddysee, did you snap #1 now? Are you #1 or are you still sort of number place? I was making some terrible puns last. I might have called it Babes Oddysee. I was calling him Baby for a bit. I was getting sort of a little bit too affectionate for Abe. Come on. Come on, Scrabos. So what does that one open then? Because it made a noise. So it's opened something. But what is it that it's opened? That's the... Oh, I'm all for a bad pun every now and then. I've got... Have you all seen that clip of Beck Hill that I can't remember the name at the pun run where they're... Also, Will Stone is a very funny man, and I'm sure he'll forgive me if I... Right, I haven't done the flintlock though, have I? So I need to go back. I've missed that last one. Yeah, Will Stone's a very funny man, and is a phenomenal joke writer. So, if anyone... If anyone wants to talk about give him a follow and stuff as well, I would highly recommend that. Yeah, very good. Ah! Oh mate, like I was saying to Sydney earlier, like I was saying Sydney's channel's very good as well. That I would not say it if I was. You know, I wouldn't recommend people that I wouldn't be like, yeah, no, they're good. That is nuts, that thing. Oh. Okay, so it's figuring our way to get up to there. That's what I can't find. That's what I'm struggling with, but we'll do it. We will believe. But yeah, so sorry, I was talking about the It's far on this guy. Was talking about the Japanese version of this game. They had to change all the cutscenes and stuff where Abe, apparently it's an offensive thing in Japan. There's a thing about factory workers and the missing limbs, the missing fingers, that if you had like 3 fingers, was the idea that you'd have injured yourself doing some sort of a job that would be purported to be sort of like a lower class job, and blah 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 blah, and that caused them to, they had to edit the design of Abe to get rid of that missing 3rd finger to make him look more alien, which I think is interesting. But that design's then been retroactively put on all the others, so. And the Japanese version was called Abe a Go-Go, I learned, so that's something. Yeah, exactly. Like, you've got to have, you can't have these aliens being, you know, you can't have these. Saying that, I was saying it a couple of streams ago, I can't imagine, like, the Mudokons need a union, don't they? Yeah, Abe a Go-Go is not quite Abe's Oddysee, is it? It's got less of the sort of mythology, the myth thing with it. So I think I have to pull that lever. I think I have to go down there. I think I do have to pull it, and then I have to just leg it, I think. That seems like something the game would want me to do. They are hench. Like, just those torsos are, like, disgusting. They look like they'd absolutely, like, rip you to pieces. Yes, okay, cool. It's just the getting back then. So much waiting, so much waiting. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if a go-go is a Japanese thing though, whether it means something on its own. The advert's mad. It's just Abe dancing in a school, which is probably not quite the same tone, but there you go. Right, so that is this one done. Yeah, if I remember right, the temples in Exodus are crazy, aren't they? They're... Yeah. I like that if you possess the bells as well, you can just play them. I think that's quite fun. Oh, it's just playing the song again because I've got the melody. But if you haven't got it, you can just have a little go. Have a little go on the instruments, which is quite nice. Right, so we're doing reasonably well. We might be back to Rupture Farms before the stream is out, which is interesting. Ah, yeah. The Fleeches, are they like like I've forgotten the word. I've forgotten the word for like. They're like tiny little bugs, aren't they? They're like leeches. I was streaming. Oh, that's all right, mate. No worries. There's no pressure. You don't have to play or whatever. I've been streaming Abe for a little while. This is I started this stream at 3. Yeah, I started this stream at 3. I thought I did this one. I must not have saved. Yeah, I started this one at 3, so I tend to do 3 to 5, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And, yeah, and then trying to do sort of something else on what would have been CMP night, but I've not really found a way that's sort of working great. I did comedians playing sort of my Penguin RPG, which is sort of like D&D but penguins. My computer's straining a little bit, so the audio is fine, but the visuals are sort of lacking a little bit. But But yeah, speaking about forgetting words, when I was playing that the other day, when we were playing that, I forgot the word, like, quadrupeds. So I was talking about quadrupeds, but I had to say, but I ended up wording it as... do you know what, Murky? I probably did forget the flintlock lever. But yeah, I was I couldn't remember the word quadrupeds for, like, but in discussion of sort of things like horses and zebras. In the game, you're at a zoo, and I ended up saying the animal with the four-leg vegetarians was the closest I could get to sort of saying horses and zebras. Just completely missed all the words. Yeah, I think there is a slight delay, so it's not quite instant, but we're doing alright. Quadriplegic would have been slightly slightly off. For, that'd be a very different zoo, I think. Oh mate, yeah, you said you've been unwell. I hope. Mate, surely if you're able to reach second place with a speedrunning record when you're unwell, surely once that passes, you're gonna be unstoppable. Right, so it's just that one up there then. Yeah, same. I hope you get well soon. How's the Resident Evil remake going? Unmentionable. How's your You said you've been sort of playing through that a little bit as well. I mean, he's a tricky owl, Will. You've got to do what you can. I honestly thought in quarantine, well, not in quarantine, in lockdown, I was like, oh yeah, you know, maybe I could do something like learn a Well, that was lucky. I was thought in quarantine about, like, I was like, oh, maybe I could learn a language or do something like that, and instead I'm just streaming a game that I used to play when I was, like, a child. So, flintlock and then run down? Yeah. Okay, where does this go then? Oh, I need the way out, don't I? That's what that's for, surely. Yeah, I don't know. I was absolutely... I was lucky there. Not quite so lucky there. Just out for another one, but... Oh, mate. Well, you know, you need to prioritise what you need to prioritise, don't you? There's nothing wrong with that, mate. It's, yeah, I do like the idea of sort of like Batman. You're exactly like Batman. Yeah, I can absolutely see the appeal of sort of speedrunning stuff and things. I think there's definitely a like, it's a fun way of doing it. I didn't realise there was bats there either. Certainly like a fun way of doing things. So where does this take me then if I take this up? Okay, right, I'm with you. So it's just that elevator I need to get sorted. So it's not too bad. We've been working through these puzzles at pace, really, so... Come on, Abe, do your thing. Oh, unfair. Unfair. Well, not unfair, really. That was sort of just deserves. That was my fault for sort of walking over nice and casual, like there wasn't like a thing made of beaks and muscle ready to ready to tear me asunder. So, I think, to be honest, most of you are clued up. Oh, minute. Right, okay, sorry. I was just going to sort of, just if those of you who have dropped by that don't know what's going on, but I think most of you do, but just as a sort of previously on, I'm trying to save all the Mudokons in Abe's Oddysee, and at the moment we're at the temple bit, so the sort of challenge in these rooms is I have to turn the flintlock on, which is the switch I'm going to in a minute, and I then have to sort of not steal, but get the password for the door to open, which is the melody I just picked up a minute ago. And then once I've done this, it's back to sort of Rapture Farms. Here we go. I just need to be quicker jumping out of there. I think I could do it as a long jump. But Minute is a great game. I really like Minute. I played it a little while back. I think I got it cheap in a Humble Bundle, maybe. But yeah, Minute's really good fun. It's such a cool idea. If you haven't heard of it, the premise is it sort of looks and plays a little bit like a Zelda game or something like that, like those sort of old top-down sort of adventure RPGs. But you only last a minute and then you die. So the whole game becomes this sort of quite fun item swapping puzzler, and it's great. It's really good fun. It's got a really nice personality and stuff. Have you completed it yet? Have you completed it already? Really funny in places as well. Like there's characters that will talk ridiculously slowly just so you use your minute up, and then there's others you meet that will just talk at a ridiculous fast pace and things. It has a lot of fun with the concept. Right, where are you going? I mean, I don't trust it off screen either, but we'll take it. Yeah, it's called Minute. Yeah, it's really nice. It's a really nice game. Excellent. What's the current record for it? Right, here we go. And that is the Scrab Temple done, I think. So we just need to leg it out of there. If Abe isn't careful. Right, I'm going to very quickly save here because this disc does have a habit of crashing, so do it in one run. Alright, we'll see. Abe's Oddysee permadeath. Take that, cowards. So just sort of talking through what's going on here. I've kept a lot of these open because I worry the checkpoint system's a little bit weird in this game, and I have fear that 7 minutes, nice. And I have a fear of getting this slightly. Yeah, I have a fear of it not have saved one of the ones I've grabbed, which will be upsetting if it's the case. Okay, so this is our intel round. I mean, I'm doing this to scope, but it's just running, isn't it? So it's run. And then it just wants me to get over there, so that lift is going to be a problem. Where's the switch for that? It's nice, all the foreground stuff, though. The portal at the end, is that what I've got to deal with? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I think Exodus would be a fun one to do. I might complete it on my own first, so I sort of know my way around it a bit. I don't know. It depends what everyone else is thinking, but I don't want to. What I don't want to do with Exodus is, I understand the puzzles are a lot harder, so what I don't want is to bore everyone. One run, he said. One run. What I don't want to do with Exodus is be sort of terrible while I'm cracking on, but yeah. Well, not terrible, but to the point where I'm like stuck in one area. Oh dear. This is jumping. I'm doing that thing where I've stopped holding the button down, which is a bad habit, but here we go. Come on. Abe's in silhouette. His offer is one government mandated exercise a day, and he's chosen a gauntlet run through a hell pit, so God bless him. Oh, say what you want about him though. Like, you know, he's a skinny, useless guy, and he's, you know, supposed to be sort of pathetic and blah 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 blah. But I tell you what, his upper body strength, you can't fault it. Me, I'd have. I would genuinely die the first time I have to haul myself up. I think the jumps I would, out of sheer fear, probably be okay. And then, saying that, he can run faster than me as well. Provided I can outrun those scrabs, I would personally, I think, get to about there where I have to use my arms, and that'd be me. Absolutely done. But there you go. Only 7 minutes to complete minute. Because I don't think it took me long to do it, but it wasn't quick either. Like the game does a lot with that concept. Well, at least I took one scrab with me. Yeah, I just need to remember to keep that button held, I think, because it's not quite... If you tap it, it doesn't quite do what you... Well, that just felt cruel. So is there an advanced strat for this, Murky, or is there... And then it was the one after this I had big trouble with, wasn't it? It was missing that jump. Okay. Oh, the same thing again. Do I need to skid out and then get up there? Is that the route I need to take? Is that the... Come on, Abe. That is one problem I've found with Cheers, Merky, mate. Thanks, I appreciate that. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. What were you saying there, Vegetable? Sorry. Oh, yeah. here we go. Right, it's a little bit of patience there, and I think it's a little bit more haste. This one. Ah. I think I just need to do it, don't I? Okay, I'm sure. I think the running away from the scrabs has been what I've found the absolute hardest in this game, because those couple of challenges where you need to, those ones where you just need to run back and forth against them are the ones I think I've got really stuck on. There's a few where I think perhaps I've been a bit janky and the game's been a bit janky, but am I supposed to be going that way? I'm going to run the other way and see what happens. But yeah, it's the scrab stuff I think that really, like, rather than sort of the puzzle stuff. Because I think at least with the puzzle I've managed to sort of at least trial and error my way through a lot of the pieces. But it's these platforming bits are the bits that are really... Right, is there anything over there? Oh my god. Every time. Oh, Abe. Ah. Okay. Well, I'm going in the right direction, so... Yeah, the actual just pegging it from them's quite good fun, but it's the... There's a couple of ones with to get the secret Mudokons where you have to run back and forth that is just absolutely exhausting. But there you go. Right. To be fair, that is why the hint fireflies things were like, you know, why don't you scope it out first to remember to plan your route? Oh! Oh! There's a runny bit along there. Come on, Abe. Come on, Abe, you hero. Can't be that far from the end of this bit though, can I? There's not too much. Can't remember if there's any more scoped out. But then my memory of the scoping area wasn't exactly the most well thought out, considering how I was trying to jump up there the wrong way. So we'll see how we do. Alright, so this is what, the third time? How am I making it harder for myself? I just like a challenge, mate, you know? I just like a challenge. You know, can't spend my whole time just doing it the easy way, you know? I've got to add some extra tricky bits to myself. Ah, right, okay. I see it. Right. I see what you're saying. I can't roll through here, right? But we're slow progress is being made. He's figuring it out as he goes along. Baby's taking his first steps. I'm counting each area I die at as a try as well. So I'm like, if I've beaten this bit before that and I die there, that doesn't count. If it's a new area and I die, that counts as a try. So I'm only on my second try, my third try of the... Oh, Abe! Awful. Oh well. Yeah. Well, yeah, you know what? I don't know why I was doing. Yeah, I don't know why I just didn't think I could do that straight away. What a trial. Do you think, as a question, do you think Abe has done this the same amount of times I've done? As in, do you think brilliant. These things I'm not great at dodging. I think it's the screen shake that throws me off. Right, can I open that, or is that going to kill me? Okay. I thought that thing was going to drop, and that was that. Hooray! We did it! Well, yeah, I think I reckon he did it in one. It's just because he turns into birds at the end. Thanks, Will. Thanks for popping a squat for me.
My test was completed. I expected to rest. Then the big face revealed the intent of my quest. The two scars together, on the back of each hand, they could shut down ruptured farms and restore the lost land. With hand scars complete, the spirits took form. Now my chant had power. Rupture Farms should be warned. Yeah.
There we are. It's pre-watershed, but we're gonna go fuck 'em up. Yeah, it is. It's got such a nice look to it, this game. I think it really has, like, the sort of creature design, all this background stuff, like the audio and stuff and everything. But yeah, like, you could see Abe's hand in the cutscene. He's got that small little one. And the idea being with the Japanese stuff is just like, if you had limited fingers, if you were missing fingers, it was a sign that you'd injured it doing some kind of physical labour or or factory work. So it was seen as, like, disrespectful. But then I thought it is sort of the theme of this game, though, isn't it? So I don't know, but it's up to you if you want to interpret that stuff. But go on then. Take that out. But yeah, so talking about Abe and his resurrection thing, because normally in a game you will lose, like, a life. And that is, you will lose a life, and then that's your... Yeah, that's weird. You were saying that on your run, weren't you? Yeah, those of you were dropping in. Sydney May, was doing the opposite to me the other day. Was running through trying to kill as many of these Mudokons as possible. But yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why the last laugh changes. That's a strange. Yeah, it's definitely a strange one. Because he has a different, like, he has a more hilarious chuckle now, doesn't he? He's more... Maybe he's just finding it that one bit funnier. I don't know. But yeah, the audio is great. Like, something I've been really enjoying is the wearing it with headphones. I've been really noticing the stereo, which has been cool. So we're now on our way back to the factory to wreck it.
Oops.
So what did that do when I hit that? What's the... This fart's still the same noise though, isn't it? Abe's little fart. There we go. So, get back to Rupture Farm. So we're going back in, we're going to wreck the factory. But yeah, the reason why I was thinking about the bird stuff is because if you get the bad ending, they're like, he shot us, and then Abe dies, but then you get the sort of second chance run of it, so I don't know whether... Ah, okay, right, it turned off that, so then I guess I need to go down there next. There's no Mudokons in this bit, so I made the reason why I've sort of justified myself to where the locations are and why I've got the tracker is because you can't sort of go back if you miss any of them. Is I wanted to make sure I didn't miss any of them and have to go back, but I worry the checkpoint system might have made that decision for me. But we shall see. Ah. So how am I supposed to deal with you then, mate? Because there's a mine back there now, isn't there? Yeah, but only through this playthrough. Only through this playthrough I saw, only through this one I saw the things, which I guess is a sort of like, don't escape, that's what you get if you, would be my guess. Is that right? Is that what the sort of thinking is there with the sort of ideas of him? But yeah, I was surprised to see that they're sort of silhouetted Mudokons sort of hanging out outside. It's weird because, like, subconsciously I would think we probably would have seen it when we were younger, but... What's further on here? It's always fun playing games, like, in front of people that know the games quite well, because you're always like... You're always there like, oh, I wonder what that is, I wonder what, and you just all know, you're all in there.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. That's a pretty good way of telling me don't go along there yet, mate. So that mine comes up when I hit that. So how do I get the slog out of the way? Do I need to run? Do I just need to run back here? I suppose if I roll, the mine should get it, right? If I leg it, the mine should come down and take it out. Does that sound sensible? What do you reckon? It's a bit an Exodus with all those lasers I can never do because I mean, yeah, the Exodus has the... Are they like things on bikes? Is that right? Exodus has the... Oh. Whoops. Exodus has the ones on bikes. Not bikes, like a little wheel. What are they called? They're like corrupt vending machines. The ones with the smiles on them that take stuff out. So what did I say? I reckon we could be back in Rupture Farms by the end of the stream. We'll see, won't we? Alright, let's try this now, because I don't know if it works. Lit up something. Cool. Progress. Yeah, I think because of the delay, that's literally what I just did. But I'm glad we're on the same page. Great minds. So. Oops. Okay. See what that's doing. So I take this. Oh, okay, right. And then I use this to blow up the mines in the next bit. Right, okay. We're getting there. Do not forget your rock. Okay, thanks, mate. Cheers. I won't. But now I've set this off. This is going to make this bit a little bit harder, right? Alright. At least I've got the rocks now. We are slowly but surely getting there, like squeezing, I don't know, like blood out of a stone is watching me play this game. Slowly but surely. But I think we're actually doing alright. So we've got this dog out of the way. But yeah, the Mudokon sort of impaled on there does look really, really grim. I do feel for the guys. But then I also feel for the slogs as well. With the especially like we were saying in Sydney's chat the other day that or earlier, sorry, that the amount of slogs that come out is it's a shame that that's just activated now as well. But I can duck down there, so alright. I mean, the sensible thing is not to trigger the lasers, isn't it? The sensible thing is just take your time, mate. Relax. You're acting like you've never gone back to a factory to blow it up and liberate all the workers before. Oops. Come on. Oops. So, yeah, like the bit when the slogs come out is like... The slog huts is ridiculous. I couldn't solve one of the puzzles earlier because I just thought there was an endless amount of slogs coming out, but it wasn't. It was just there was a limit. There was just an obscene amount of them. So I think tactic-wise here, I need to not get cocky and keep on taking silly risks. I just need to let it take my time. That's why I'm sneaking now in my brain. It makes me feel like okay. Makes me feel like even though it's doing nothing, it's making me feel like I'm being more cautious. There's a slight delay, isn't there, as well? I think there's a slight delay to your sort of stopping, so you need to sort of give yourself sort of that extra half second which you wouldn't. Right, come on Abe, slowly but surely you can get through that horrendous It's cool that they're clearly on like some kind of looping pattern as well. Like even though they are moving at different speeds, I like that there definitely comes a point where it's way easier to move. Like you can risk it, or there's definitely periods where you can afford to be a little bit more sensible. Right. What I don't want is Abe to get blown up by these anyway, so. Oh, am I going to have to go back and get it again? Oops. Cruel. Okay, I'm going to blow up that other mine that one that's causing me a problem, I'm going to blow it up, so then at least then I can just keep getting a steady stock up rather than... It'll take a little bit longer, but I think because I keep on like just getting blown to pieces, I'll sort it out. Right, let's go. I always like that you've got one star twinkling as well in each of the backgrounds. Got this nice little... See the night sky. I think he does a really good job of letting you like feel that Oddworld was at one point like beautiful, if that makes sense. So you can see the sort of all these areas where they built this like. Then you don't need me to explain to talk about the themes in a game that makes them quite sort of explicit, I think. It's nice. I like that each area sort of has its different feel. Like even the temples, even though you're doing sort of the same thing in each of them. I was thinking about the temples because they've both got the flintlocks. Do you think that that's something the Mudokons decided would be a good way to worship the Scrabs and Paramites? Or do you think Scrabs and Paramites are both sort of like... Yeah, flintlocks are cool. Give us a go on that. I didn't play Munch's Oddysee. I didn't have an Xbox, so... And I think it was Xbox exclusive, if that's right. But I like... I liked the design, but I was a little bit sort of like thing that Abe was in it, because there's the quintology, isn't there? I've got the disc here. I'll read the quintology bit where it said on the back it says the Oddworld quintology. So Abe's Oddysee is the first in a 5-part game series from Oddworld inhabitants called the Oddworld quintology. Each game will reveal more about the strange and bizarre universe of Oddworld and its challenging inhabitants. In Oddworld's Abe Oddysee, you control Abe. Abe is a happy, sappy meat factory slave who learns his boss's plans to turn him into lunch. It's up to you to help Abe save his skin and rescue his buddies from Rupture Farms. Future games of the quintology will introduce new dilemmas, new villains, and most importantly, new and unlikely heroes like Abe. But be warned, the inhabitants all live in Oddworld together, and as the story unfolds, characters you might overlook could prove really important in the big picture. Oddworld is big, very big, and Abe's Oddysee is just the first glimpse of the strange and exciting depths of the odd. So it's like, I like that it's got that cool, like but the idea that sort of like Abe could be insignificant and like a small part of it, I think is really interesting. But then I think it's a little bit of a shame that sort of Abe had to be in Munch's, if that makes sense, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but I just think I would have liked to have seen sort of where else, which is why I've heard Stranger's Wrath is good because it's sort of like a different area, but then I don't think that's part of the quintology plan or whatever, so I don't know, but I'd like to see sort of more creatures and more weird things where, yeah, it's nice that there's Paramite and Scrab stuff in there, but I'd like to see sort of more weirder stuff. But I've heard it's decent though. I've heard the cutscenes are good and stuff like that. I am excited to play it. Like I sound like I'm sort of grumping on it a little bit there, especially sort of as a game I haven't played. But oh, nice. Let's get that rock though. But I like I do like the sort of look of all the Oddworld stuff and things, but I think there's maybe something in the designs a little bit lost in... Like with this one you have all the pre-rendered stuff, so things can afford to be like a little bit more sort of painted in and touched up and things, which you can't get in the same way... in the way sort of the Xbox game was rendering the graphics and stuff, which is cool, and that's completely fine. But I think design-wise, I was a little bit like, why is Abe in it and thing. But I will play it because, as I said, lots of it is good. Is it decent? Are we a fan of? Oh God. rats can go away. Ah, of course they would. Of course they would. Of course they'd have a little chomp on me. Am I going to have to do that whole thing again? Where's it sending me back to? Okay. I've still got more rocks. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, as much as Oddysee good, and Stranger's Wrath as well. I've not played either of them, so I can't say I'm too clued up on. Oh, okay, this is basically a no-go area, right? Ah, right. Okay, not too bad. Did alright there. Did okay. And in we go. And what? An hour? We're doing alright. So if we're back... Oh no, we're not. Okay. Don't worry. Forget everything I just said.
Oops.
Ah, they don't make it easy for us, do they? After giving us the Shrikle and making us feel like we can absolutely wreck shop, they
Oops.
Ah. So it's trying to get the bump beeps down. It's trying to work out. It's quite tricky with all the other sounds going on. I can hear. Two, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Progress of some kind is being made. But again, talking about the sort of stereo sound, it's nice that you're. Yeah, it's nice the way it works that you get that. It's like, okay, you know one's there. You've heard it coming anyway, but you. Quite the puzzle. Let's. Come on, Amy, good guy.
Oops.
But I guess that's why it took me through a portal, so I couldn't take the rocks to make this challenge a little bit easier for me. I guess is the. But we need to. Something does need to blow up there, doesn't it? Because we need to get. We need to pull that lever. Well, I guess that lever is the. Okay. Can I use? What's the plan here, lads? What's the plan? Can I use the?
Oops.
I need to. What do I need to do? I don't know what I need to do. I was like, I was there like, yeah. What I need to do is, and I just sort of hoping that my brain would figure out the rest of it for me. Surely get that guy just to blow up, right? That's the. But will that affect the... So do I need to go up there and try and wake up the slog? Is that the idea? Because I need to get that lever turned off, which I can't. All this time I've been moaning about the slogs, and it'll be a slog that'll help me out. But thank you very much, Sydney. I appreciate your... I'm all for people in the chat helping me out. Otherwise, I would be here all day. Let's. Right, now we're getting somewhere. Alright. Oh! 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 But we were, you know, slowly but surely, we are stepping our way through this puzzle. So thank you very much. So I think we blow that chap off and then go nuts with him, right? We blow that chap off, I said by accident. Rather than up. We will blow him off. You can make that as filthy as you want in your minds. On the plus, I'm getting really good at turning that off. Oh! Cruel. Cruel. Yeah, that's what I was thinking with the stuff with the birds, is I wonder if it's like, where like in a normal game it's more of like an abstract thing, but you see those birds throughout quite a lot, so I wonder if you're sort of, because you're the best hope Big Face has got, I wonder if that's part of the sort of... Yeah, I wonder if that's sort of part of his shtick, I guess. Oh, again. Right, I reckon we're not too far off. I say. I can tell we're not far off, because normally I get to a point where I'm like stuck in a game about... I don't know, what time do you reckon? Normally about 1:45. And then I'll set myself the challenge of getting it done before the stream is finished. So this should be, by that logic, a cakewalk, because there's no dramatic tension in this bit. I'm either going to succeed it or I'm not, and we'll be stuck here all day. So, come on, Abe, and you big. Again. Right, I might wait instead of doing the same thing I've done wrong 3 times in a row now. Yeah, the birds will be. Yeah, that's the sequel to Abe I want, where Abe is. Yeah, that's the sequel I want, where Abe and his birds, where he's he's what do you call it? The other species that's been driven to extinction is not that. It's not the time to do it, Carl. Abe's driven a bird species extinct because of his own incompetence. Yeah, summon them all in. I have to ship them in from elsewhere to save my soul. Who was in the chat the other day when we were talking about how apparently puffins taste really nice? I think it's because someone was talking about how they're like a delicacy in Iceland. So someone was talking about how good puffins are. Apparently they taste really nice, but I'm not sure if I could bring myself to tuck into a puffin. What animal with no moral attachment to it would you want to try? because I'm not sure there's anything sort of outside the regular I'd be particularly... I've looked out for. Oh yeah, that looks tasty. Entirely up to you. I know the comedian Hannibal Buress talks a lot about how he really wants to eat a penguin, which I can't say is up to my thing. Nice one, Abe. We're doing okay. Oh yeah, because there's more sort of Mudokon stuff there. Oh, was that a paramite down there? Okay, now we are back to secret Mudokon hunt. Could you imagine A being reincarnated for a flugo so it just struts around like a member of the fashion police? I mean, that would be amazing if there was like they all sort of wander in like stomping, like about 10 flamingos and Abe just sort of smushes together, right? I mean, we're gonna see. Ugh. Sorry, I made a noise like Abe there. Ugh. Yeah, no, they're grim. Those ones of them coming out. It's right. So this is the guy we have to save, right? We have to save this one, and then because Sydney, you were saying this is the one you have to save, right? This is the. But we're doing well to rescue Mudokons. It's mad. Yeah, Pipe Mania is it's the game that's like BioShock hacking. I played it the other day, just because I was playing BioShock again, and I thought it would be quite a fun one to play for streaming because it's like quite chill, quite laid back. But it was a little bit like. Problem was because the game gets quite intense. It's not a very good one to play sort of with the chat because it meant I just wasn't able to talk to people.
Hello, follow me.
It gets like quite hard, but it's all right. It's quite good. So get in there, right? So that's one more, which should fit me at Abe's escape count 50. 49, and we are, and where are we now? So is this is the first Zulag, right? This is the first area, because I don't know where they all are. Yeah, I don't know where they all are, but I've got a tracker just so I know they're sort of in one area so I don't miss them. So we're on the hunt. But if you know where they are, please do shout them out. I'm not. Well, if you can see this counter and my counter, something isn't quite right there. So I'm not sure. I don't know quite. Okay, so we're not at the Zulag yet. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, I think it's yeah, I think it is -3. I don't think it's me doing that. I think it's I might have done 2 in an area. I don't know, because the numbers are still the same, so the deaths are still. So yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. Maybe I've given birth to some. Maybe Abe's. Though someone was saying they come from eggs, so maybe that's not the case. Maybe I haven't. Don't know. Well, it's always good when the in-game tracker's different to your own. That's always a good sign that things are going well. So, but that's not one of the Zulag ones either that I've saved. So, I don't know. I'll keep my tracker the same, and we'll just have to see what's what, I guess. Oh, great. Are you gonna eat? Does that thing eat the Mudokons, or does it continue to chase me? What's its plan? Yeah, I don't know how I've got an extra 3 more out, but huh. Alright. We'll leg it the other way for now, and we'll see what's what. Mate, if you're happy to, yeah, if you're absolutely happy to, yeah, don't go sort of extra. Yeah, don't go. Ah, well, thanks, Slog. Is that what I wanted to happen there? We'll save him. Which puts my... Because I think there's the guide I got was talking about this area as like one section, so I think that's probably okay. But you're right, it's not Rupture Farms, but it's weird that I've got. It's weird that I've saved -3. Ah, yeah, all right. Now we're talking. Hey, I'll take another one of them if you got them going. Excellent. Whoa. So they have removed the lever for that though. So let's not do something silly like accidentally. One in the shadows again.
Hello.
Because I remember on the demo of this, it just gave you Rupture Farms, and you could do so much. Like, no, thank you. Oh, this game's cruel now. It's got rid of the juicy levers. Oh my god. More slugs. Oh. What do you mean with the electricity, sorry? What, So I've got this bit, but I'm being... So do I need to... need that. Because I need to get past that slog hut, right? That's going to be a problem. Ah, I wonder... There must be a lever I've not pressed or something. Yeah, right, okay. Thinking. So do I just need to go nuts with the... We'll find out. We'll see what's what. So we'll... We'll take this sleek and we'll see how far we can get with him. We'll see what... Ah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. It might be taken up, but...
Get him. Here, boy. What?
Okay. Do not to eat that. Whoops. So do I have to get further ahead and just clear this slog hut out then? Is that what the game wants me to do with these boys? Is that the... It's just absolutely obscene, this bit. Like, especially because they are just dogs as well. Like, I get they're guard dogs and blah blah blah, but there's something off about them. Ah, okay, yeah, that's weird. I like though that by playing the game sort of on both extreme ends, we've sort of forced it to do very different things to what it wants to do. Could do with a portal over this side. So I'm going to have to get this past. Oh, okay. Right, that's not too bad. Okay, so long as it says I've freed 99, I'm not going to be too fussed about the counter, but I don't know what I've done. I might have saved a Mudokon a couple of times in an area that didn't... Yeah, he's having slightly different chuckle on, isn't he?
Hello. Follow me. Okay. Follow me. Okay.
So, yeah, weird we've got that -3. Cool, I will do. Let's... Ah, yeah, you're right, look. Interesting. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to save all these others, and then I'm going to come back here and find out what's going on here, because something's not weird. I might end up saving more than 99. I might have taken doing the right thing a little bit too far.
Hello.
Oh, there's none there.
Hello. Follow me. Okay.
No, what I don't want to do. Have you all seen the clip of when I was playing the first level and I ended up getting about 8 of them in one area, only to absolutely stack it like a fool by not thinking properly.
Okay.
Like there, where I nearly just ran into there. But I had about 8 of them lined up here, full on ready to go, and kaboom.
Hello, follow me. Okay.
I mean, what an absolute dream for Exodus, though, to have you chat to multiple ones at once. Like, that was... that must have been the first thing people were saying on, like, playtesting stuff. Okay. To be like, come on, we can't just have one at a time all the time.
Hello. Follow me.
Okay. I really like the way it tells you what's in the next room just by audio, though. I do think that's cool. Right, so there's 2 in this bit, right? There's one there. So I mean, the escapees number's correct, so I just don't know why it says that there's... Because that says at least 102, excluding the -3, so...
Hello. Hello. Follow me. Okay.
Unless it didn't save the thingy correctly, maybe. Maybe it didn't save the didn't save one of the extra ones correctly, maybe.
Oops.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So that immediately goes faster again. Oh dear. Tough day at work for old Abe, innit? Right, let's try and think about what. Let's be sensible. But again, it's one of those puzzle areas, isn't it, where it's given me, like, there's so much more to... Yeah, it's given me a little bit too much to... It's kicking me back to an area where I've got quite a bit to do. But we'll get there. It's fine. It's just like... I don't know. Yeah, it's odd. I don't know how I've managed to do that, but we'll find out. I don't know what the game will do once it reads. I just wish I didn't have to absolutely empty all of. Oh, hello. How you doing, mate? Well done on Crash the other day. Did you tuck into 2 in the end? Did you make your way through? How'd you get on? Yeah, we're thanks for stopping by. The main puzzle is trying to work out why my counter. We know why my counter says 48 and 51, but working out why theirs has a total of 102 Mudokons. That is the puzzle we're trying to solve today. Yeah, so yeah, you did. Yeah, you absolutely smashed Cortex, which was a lot of fun to watch, mate. Right, how is all your gaming stuff going? How are you finding everything? Right, let's be sensible here then. So we'll get this.
Hello. Hello. Follow me. Okay. Follow me. Okay.
Let's get as far away from that as you can, please.
Wait. Okay.
And then let's try and get as many as we can. So we've got. I mean, can you not just give us a security feed? Can you do that? Can we see your
Hello. Hello. Follow me. Okay.
What's up, mate? How you getting on? We've got something fun to show you. Thanks for stopping by as well. We've got a lot of nice streamers in the chat this afternoon as well. So if you want to follow sort of anyone that's talking, mate,
follow me.
you're
Okay.
pretty.
Wait. Okay.
That wouldn't be far wrong. But how are you getting on? How's your diss?
Hello. Hello.
Ah, mate, that's a bit annoying. I'm just using the webcam on the laptop.
Hello.
I've got a
Hello. Follow me. Okay. Follow me. Okay.
Right, we're gonna try and get these guys out. So help me God. So
follow me. Okay.
Right, you're out. You're fine. Cool. Yeah, those games are... that I've heard as well, because the hitboxes, they've used the standard bullet shape on in Unity, or the capsule shape, which means rather than the square ones used in the original, means that it's a little bit harder than it's sort of supposed to be, really.
Wait. Okay.
Okay, so we've got 3 of these little boys here, and then. Yeah, you might be. There must be a worker way around. Surely, I don't know. It depends what the. I'm not too good at computing, so I can't say too much. But, right, so that one's gone. They're fine again. So what are they?
Hello, follow me. Okay.
Right, you mate. I do not want you blowing yourself up by accident, because this went fast again, didn't it? No, it's fine.
Follow me. Okay.
Right, down. Leg it. Come on. What is happening there? That happened again. It's oh, nice. Good. Oh, that's nice. Excellent, mate. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you are absolutely doing the right thing there, but yeah, no, I appreciate you're in a sort of tough situation, but I'm glad you're still able to see each other properly. That's a nice thing to be doing, mate. So that's good. It's one of those things as well, isn't it, where we've had nothing but good weather as well since lockdown began. Right, the game almost doesn't want me to get that other Mudokon out there, but I don't see what else I can do, right? So we'll see, but yeah, weird. Very weird. I wonder if it's changing up because the maths is wrong. Is the game sort of freaking out a bit? Because I'm timing it right. I'm not timing it wrong. Like, there's definitely enough time between them to get through, but the whole thing's very strange. Maybe there's another lever that affects it, perhaps? I'm not sure. Because the Zulag definitely knocks the electricity off, which is good. But this is becoming quite a weird thing to deal with. But we'll find out. We'll figure it. You're right about his laugh as well. He's definitely...
Hello, follow me. Okay.
He's definitely getting his chuckles on more.
Wait, okay.
Right, I'm going to try this again. If this doesn't work, I'm going to leave sort of all of this here, and then I'm going to go explore the other areas and just see sort of what's going on with it. I mean, that lever just pulls that one down, doesn't it? Has it done anything else? Stop that one. Maybe it has changed it up a bit then. Maybe it's... No, they're... Strange. They always look so brutal as well, don't they, those mini grinders? Like, they look absolutely like... Dog Simulator 3000. Yeah, it's...
Hello, follow me.
The amount of dog slaughter in this game does feel sort of a little bit unnecessary. It's a strange...
Wait.
Right, so there's two there. Come on. So, yeah, just weird the way that... Because I got the other one out, didn't I? I got the one in the middle out before. Let's just try it with the one in the shadows. I think there's one in the shadows, isn't there, to stop you from shooting the slogs from like a sort of safer distance. But There's definitely enough of a pause there.
Hello. Hello.
Well, there isn't one in the shadows. Right, I think there was earlier.
Hello. Hello.
Because there's literally nowhere else I can take this guy, is there? So we want to keep him. We want to keep him alive. We can't leave him behind. But yeah, weird. All right, let's.
Follow me. Okay.
Oh my! But we got him through, so we are making progress. We are making progress. Cheers, man. We're trying to figure out. Yeah. Do you know why we've got -3 casualties? Do you know what I've done there? Yeah, I don't know what I've done. To be fair, I haven't updated my tracker because I'm trying to get this lot out, but we're. Yeah, it's all gone a little bit. It's all gone a little bit weird. We don't know what. We don't know what we've done. We might have. Am I still on track to get the good ending though? That's the main thing. Okay, yeah, that sounds like me. Doing the extra thing. Going the extra mile, you know? Oh, dear. Oh! Oh, I've messed it up now. Oh, okay, cool. Well, hopefully we'll... Maybe, yeah, that doesn't surprise me if I've messed up a little bit like that, but we're... Okay, we're... Come on then, mate. Let's get going. Oh, okay, I'm with you. Yeah, that sounds more like me. It sounds like I would have accidentally. Right, come on. Right, I was rushing earlier. That's what caught me that. So let's keep going. Tries to save the game. Let's keep going then. So, am I right that the 25 on my counter, Murky, is the 2 in... includes the first Zulag and what's in this section, is that right? Because Sydney was saying about where the electricity opens, that there's a whole section in this game I've not touched at all. Going back. So excessive. I mean, how many are in there? You're talking loads, right? Loads and loads. Yeah, the 25 on my, where it says Zulag 1, it says 25. I got my... Basically what I did was, so I didn't miss any, though apparently that's not a problem now, I'm -3 up. I went looking for... Ah, cool, cheers. Yeah, so I just got mine off a guide, because I didn't want to sort of grab all the answers, if that makes sense. But I've been having trouble getting one of my boys out, really. It's just caused a bit of work, so a bit of back and forth, but we'll see how we do.
Hello. Hello. Follow me. Okay. Wait. Okay.
Right, let's... Cheers, man. Cheers. We're well, we're getting somewhere. It's I just keep on accidentally killing them, which is nostalgic, I guess.
Hello. Hello. Follow me. Okay.
Come on, buddy.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, it's the next bit I kept on, the one in the Zulag I kept on, taking out, which was a little bit of a silly thing to do, but because there's 4 here, isn't there? There's these 2, there's 1 on the other bit. Here I see. Okay, cool. I'll see it. I'll see how I do. I'll see how I'll do this time, and then if not, I'll go the other way and I'll get all them ones out first. But yeah, it's just strange the way he keeps on getting minced.
Hello. Hello. Follow me. Okay.
Because normally, like as I said, you've got enough time. It's not really a huge sort of problem getting them through. But for some reason,
follow me. Okay.
right. More on the edge of my seat, Gabe.
Follow me. Okay. Follow me. Okay.
Is he alright? Oh, yes, mate. Come on. Right, let's not blow him up when he gets to here. Right, we're going to walk, mate. Nice and sensible. Come on.
Wait. Okay.
Because I've got 3 here, so yeah, it will be 4 in total if I get them all. So, yeah, I was happy with that. That's why I was doing him first, because it was there's only half the job to do for this one, but we'll still see. Ah, okay. It's so weird the way on the PC version you get like a checkpoint.
Hello. Hello. Follow me.
Like it tells you where the checkpoints are, but for some reason this one just doesn't. It's a strange.
Follow me. Okay. Follow me. Okay.
Right, okay. Leg it, leg it, leg it, leg it! Ah, he's through, he's through. So save the hassle of dying and have to do shit all over again, just go back and hit a previous... Okay, right. Oh, so if I go back down to the first bit, are you saying that will help me out? Oh. Oh my god. Abe, what are you doing? Just go back. So yeah, okay, so once I get that, I can... Cool, right. Okay, this is the... Oh good, my TV's about to turn itself off as well, right. It might close before I get to this bit. Okay, Abe, get up there. It's a new level of difficulty I like to play with. Cool. I will do exactly that. So, I will do that, and then we can probably start exploring some of the other area, but I'm happy to be back in Rupture Farms. It's mad you can play this much of the game without freeing a single Mudokon as well. I think that's really interesting that Okay, cool. Right, we better add then. Come on. We can't spend all afternoon trying to do this. We've got things to do. What's everyone having for their dinner tonight? Hideous. Absolutely hideous. But there we go. Right. Come on, Abe. Mushroom risotto or an oven pizza. Mate, both of them sound pretty good to me. Right, I'm going to save this one first. Oh, I've messed it now. Get here.
Hello. Hello. Follow me. Okay.
Oh.
Follow me. Okay.
Pizza from scratch is good.
Wait. Okay.
Oh mate, yeah, it's fun trying to make like fast food from at home. It's a fun task. Right, let's. Where are you, mate? You can wait there. Right. I'm just doing this just so my tracker is, at least my tracker is up to date with what I'm doing. Pork and beef meatballs and sweet. Mate, that's a good, decent. Amazing. Everyone's on the homemade pizza train. I might get on it. I might give it a go. Is that dough from scratch as well? What's BEW stuff? What's okay, new stuff. Yeah. Sorry, that was BEW. What's that? That sounds amazing. Does it not feel like work making pizzas from home then, or do you feel like you're further than that? You're advanced.
Hello, follow me. Okay.
Sick. Oh, oops. I do need to run then. I do need to run. I was just experimenting whether I don't need to run through that bit, but I do need to peg it through. Okay. Okay. Do you remember that time I nearly died playing Abe because I was too busy looking at your pizza recipes? Right, come on. What I do find frustrating with these things though is oh, does it change the speed? Does it do one or two sort of fast ones and then slow down? Yeah, I keep on dying. Yeah, I keep on I messed up. I killed that Mudokon by accident, so we're back here again. Sadly, I'm not very. Take it. Yeah. So, yeah, I do keep on dying. It's this. It's these meat grinders here. I keep on getting the Mudokons keep on getting hit by them. Which is annoying. I don't know why, but I just can't seem to time it right, which is... I think it might be because it's slightly off from what it was at the start, but even then I don't really know. I've not really got too much of an excuse, because it looks like they stopped for plenty long enough, so... Don't know. There is nothing wrong with pineapple on a pizza. I'm sorry I mentioned them all, but you know, each to their own. You know. But then I don't mind an anchovy every now and then as well. I don't mind an anchovy. That's.
Hello, follow me. Okay. Wait. Okay.
That's one I won't mind. Yeah, it always feels like a treat having a slice of someone else's pizza, I think, when you get a, yeah, it always feels like you're trading, I don't know, always feels like a treat to me, yeah, you keep your own and then, like, a slice of someone else's always feels like a good little, feels like a bonus when you order pizza or get it wherever. I mean, you know, I'm very much each to their own in the camp of pizza ingredients. I think do what you want. There's a place near me that did a dessert pizza that I was a little bit like, alright, that's too much.
Follow me. Okay.
I don't know why he turns around. That's. Oh, come on, guy, Abe, man, just. What's the tactic? Just have a spicy pizza. What's the Vesuvio? What's the Vesuvio? Right, what am I... Am I overthinking it? Do I just not have a good strategy for it? What's going on here? Why can't I deal with this, guys? Right, we're 10 minutes until end of stream. I think the best aim is to get these... My aim now is in 10 minutes is to get these Mudokons save. And then we're done at least, so... Come on. It's so ridiculously correct though, just to get to the bit where you need to do it again. Like, the amount of Right, let's okay, see, okay, I'm with you. I like these called Mincemeat Dude now as well, like that's his I mean, my philosophy is that the Mudokons that are the hardest to save are the ones that are like the worst in the office. So like this Mudokon at the end that's giving me all this grief is like the person that would bring and microwave fish in the office. You know, that's the type of guy he is. So if I grab him now,
Follow me.
and then say if I try the checkpoint down underneath, that will then save my game. Is that correct? Is that the vibe? Is that what you're telling me?
Wait. Okay.
Oh, I don't want that now. Because then if I do this, then at least I've got those other two. And I can update this now, can't I? I mean, I'll be honest, I probably will die, so we will find out. At least my number of escapees matches their thing, though. Whether the game itself is accurate or not is something else, but there we go. My base 50 cheddar, mozzarella mix, Welsh dragon sausage, pepperoni, chilies, bell peppers, and oh, yeah, that sounds like good pizza. I like Ricchito chilies on a pizza. That's one I'm a sucker for. Okay, so if we go down here and run about a bit, that's a checkpoint. Is that right, Murky? Is that what you're telling us? In which case. I'm going to save the hell out of this. And in fact, we can get rid of some of these Abe saves now because we know the count's correct now, so we don't need to worry too much. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ricchito Pepper, sorry. Yeah, no, they're good. I like them. I think it's because they're sweet. They've got like a sweet thing. Right, hopefully then we will... Fingers crossed. Oh, where do I need to get to? Sorry, where's the screen to the left? Right, okay, sorry. We can get over there. We can go to the screen to the left. Don't you worry. Right, 7 minutes on the clock. This feels like a standard end of stream moment for me. Saying that, I finished when I was playing Resident Evil. I was like, oh, I've got the last boss, and I thought it was all tough. Oh, the screen to the left downstairs, right? Sorry. That Zulag door's open again. Did I not do it with the... Did I blow up my guy? It's alright, I'm on my way. This seems like a sort of standard me way to do things. But yeah, when I was playing Resident Evil, I didn't know how much of the end there was, and I ended up sort of getting in trouble with... Yeah, I don't know why it does that. It seems to just do it at like bits and pieces. It just seems to get a little bit sloppy. What I'll do, I will just stop. I'll do what I usually do, is I will just stop and I'll just stop the thing and start it up again, and that normally stops it. All right. So while I'm saving, I'll quickly stop stream, and we'll be back up.